$3,500 is a lot of money. Why does the Apple Vision Pro cost so much? When the price of the Apple Vision Pro was revealed at WWDC, there was an audible gasp from the audience, many of them the most loyal of Apple fans. Their reaction reflected how everybody at home was feeling at the $3,500 price. Now, we know that Apple products are premium products and they command a higher price than similar products. However, this seemed disproportionate. So, what I'm going to do is tell you why the Apple Vision Pro costs so much, the reasons behind its price, and also how it's eventually going to get cheaper. When there's a new technology product, the usual reasons for it being expensive is because of the years of research and development, having to recoup those costs, the price of the components, which are normally cutting edge and brand new, and in the case of the Vision Pro, it's going to have a limited release, and so less units are going to be sold, and so each one has to be sold at a higher price. But with the Apple Vision Pro, there is something different about it that's commanding this new higher price. So lean in. The first thing to understand is that Apple has a vision for the Vision Pro, which is that it will develop an advanced model that will be truly portable, that will be adopted by the masses. And this is a hope that the developers of other AR headsets have, that it's going to become a new computing platform, a new way of interacting with computers, so that it will provide a digital layer on the real world, so that humans have a digital interface with this world, so that there will be a closer interaction of humans and computers. But there's something to understand. Whilst Apple demoed the Vision Pro, it is technically functioning. It's not actually a complete product.
Boom. And this is the home screen of iPhone right here.
Unlike the first iPhone, which was ready at launch, it melded a phone, a computer, and an iPod all in one device. And of course, it evolved over time and we've seen features develop, but it was product ready, it was customer ready from day one. So with the Vision Pro, there is a chicken and the egg situation. The Vision Pro demos prove that the technology is fully functioning, but it needs the software, the full range of software, so that it can be useful to customers. The Apple Vision Pro offers a very new and unique way for people to interact with a computer. And so developers have to learn the best way to create a user experience that is comfortable and easy and intuitive for people to become familiar with. And the only way they can do this is through practice and developing software. And so now that the SDK has been released, developers can practice with it, learning what works best in terms of user experience, such as controls, visual icon placement, sounds, and so on, all customized for the unique strengths of the Vision Pro. The initial release of the Apple Vision Pro is essential for developers and Apple alike to build a software library. Now, when the original Apple Watch launched, there were again questions of what is the point of it? Is it just imitating features that you can get on the iPhone? But it wasn't until it was being used every day by people and a series of apps were being released that eventually Apple cottoned onto the idea that it was great as a health tracking tool. And so that first generation proved to be a discovery process, a learning process, which then helped with the next generations and helped develop a clearer focus of what the product should be. So the first publishers to develop software and apps for the Apple Vision Pro, they will see little return on their investment, of course, because it's going to be such a small niche market. However, as the Vision Pro and AR market begins to take off, it's going to become like a gold rush for developers, like we saw with the iPhone App Store. And so for those early developers, those early publishers, whoever has got software in stores in the App Store and that is of a high quality, that is well produced, they are going to be able to reap those profits. Modern AR and VR now has been around for about a decade, and I've always believed in it, but the question has always been, when will it go mainstream? And recent talk has been that it has lost its momentum. So Apple announcing the Apple Vision Pro is a fantastic thing for the wider market, because what it now does is that it confirms to all the other manufacturers in the world who are interested in this technology or on the fence about this technology, it confirms to them that this is going to be a market that Apple is stepping in. Therefore, there's going to be a need for rival products. It is effectively the starting gun for AR and VR. And this is good news for the entire industry or for the entire product category. And so competing manufacturers, they know that their customers will want the features that Apple customers have. Specifically, a similar type of AR headset. And for a company like Google with its Android platform, it's not going to not release a AR headset because it will fear that it will mean its customer base will migrate to Apple. So inevitably, whether it wants to or not, it is going to have to release its own version. The benefit of multiple manufacturers entering the market means that the price of components will fall, as there's going to be alternatives being made, and also the development of components, they will quickly be refined as so many more manufacturers are going to be in this market. So the pace of development is going to quicken. And when there is competition, this means inevitably that prices fall. Yes, the Apple Vision Pro is expensive, but this is just the beginning. Developers are going to become acclimatized to its unique programming challenges. And there's going to be a range of apps, a library of software ready for it for a wide range of uses, so that by the time a mass market version is ready, it's going to be a much rounder, complete product for the public. And with that, that also means it's going to be a lot more affordable too.